Hi, this is eebtarot, two E's and a B tarot. I'll be reading, excuse me, for the sign of Capricorn. It's a timeless reading, and I've already pre-shuffled the deck. The Wheel of Fortune came out, and I saw that before. It didn't even stand out to me in the shuffle, Capricorn. I just saw it in my mind. Interesting. Capricorn, you got the Wheel of Fortune, and it came sideways. We'll get into that. You have the Tower, and at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Cups. You are definitely walking away from something and starting something new. Like, that's wild. Just how sure you are that you are done. Over it, right? I think that maybe you're coming from a place, Capricorn, where you might not, like, you're rebalancing yourself, and what you're walking away from might have felt like it ran its course, in a sense, like the good in it, the usefulness of it, the resourcefulness of it has ran its course for you. And you've either already transitioned or you've set the stage to transition to the best of your comfort. You know how when you over a job and you ain't left yet, but you've already started filling out applications while working at that job, like on the job. That's how over it you are. Or a relationship where you know you're about to cut ties with this person, but technically, if you being honest, you was gone like here and here, your head and your heart 6 months ago, 3 months ago. But the conversation or the actioning of it or the disappearance of you is in queue. It's in process. This even may have been a situation where somebody either told you or made you feel like you needed them to be at the status you are. Like your work position made you feel like without them, you would be hard pressed to maintain this caliber of success, or this relationship. They made you feel like who else would want you, you know? Or if it's family, they you know what I mean? There's this like, yeah, you may feel a way about us, but you still stuck with us. You still got to be here. You know what I mean? No. And that really shows with the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, because when you, with the Eight of Cups, that you're walking away from something that, in all honesty, on paper or on the surface, it's a good look. Like it gives vibes. It gives all the feels. Like it never gave broke. It never gave desperate. It never gave unfulfilled. Like it was very, you know, but once you really sat in it, and once you really spent time with it, and even to a certain extent allowed yourself to be vulnerable within it, you realize it's mini shit pie. Y'all seen the movie The Help? The chocolate pie that was made of shit. It's a shit pie. But she was famous for them. Not the shitty part. Just the fact that, you know, she's a wonderful cook and chef and whatnot. But the pie was made maliciously. That's another thing. In this transition, don't mistake me saying you are quiet quitting or you've already emotionally checked out of a relationship and you just haven't physically left yet. Don't mistake that with what I'm saying for a manipulation. This is not, I'm not speaking in terms of that, because nothing valuable or sustainable comes from that. I mean, just, you ain't got to let your left hand know what your right is doing. When you realize something is not aligned with you, you are allowed to exit that situation without making a dun 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 announcement. And you're also allowed to do it in a way, again, that you are not taking anything away from yourself or the situation. You leaving this, you making this decision, you're also confident that you're leaving it better than what it was when you got there. The only thing you're taking away is the continued energetic exchange or tapping into who you are or what you have to provide. That's what's being cut off. But what you've brought thus far to date has been more than enough. You know what I mean? So, let me get, child, it's the Hermit is underneath the Eight of Cups. I told you that quiet quitting, that, you know, you withdrawing. And some people might be trying to check your temperature, Capricorn, and see why maybe you have pulled back or you seem a little bit more reserved. You're good, you know, no explanation needed, no inquiry needed. Tell me more about the Tower for Capricorn. Y'all are the Ram, right? You know what you know that voiceover where the dude is a comedian and he does it for like different stuff, but it's animals too. And it was a ram hitting somebody, I think, or they was fighting each other. And he was like, Ram. Every time, excuse me, every time the it went in, his voiceover was like, Ram. Ram. Sorry. Ram. I irritated y'all. Sorry. Okay. Clarify the Tower. You guys might be seeing the number 3 consistently as well. Repeated 3s. Or maybe you keep waking up at 3:33 in the AM. Tell me more about the Tower for Capricorn. Oh, no, that's too much. So a bunch of cards flipped. We got the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, but that again is moving on to moving on to that space where you're protected. You are, Jesus, you're protected, you're taken care of. You are, what is that word? Like you're, you know, the wrongs are being made right. I'm going to put it back in the part that's shuffling. And again, like I said, this could have been with family or a relationship, or maybe, didn't I just say repeating 3s and the 3 of Cups flipped? Confirmation. Sorry, but like I said, this could be family or work, but it's something that you've invested your, like, you gave to this. You know what I mean? You gave to this. You didn't, it wasn't done with a shallow, from a shallow nature. Like, you were truly invested in this engagement. And no, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. And I don't know. Some people might also feel like I said, your ability to be reserved, that you didn't care, or that the collaboration wasn't genuine, or you never truly, were invested in it. And that's definitely not the case. You just were, it's ran its course for you. You realize that it's more of a liability than an asset. It wasn't producing any growth for you in a healthy way. Maybe that's why the Wheel of Fortune came out sideways. You started to realize that there are parts of you that are digressing or just staying stagnant, and you want that wheel to continue to turn. You're not interested in feeling like you've made it to the floor and this is as high as it goes with this situation. Tower. Clarity for the Tower. Confirmation. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So this, for quite a few of you, this definitely could be centered around family. The Four of Pentacles gives me work, but the Nine of Swords, I feel like Capricorn is the amount of, speaking of when I was saying, like, you may come off like you weren't truly invested in this because of how you're presenting in now, right? Now that we're here, this is how you are being received. And one, that's not your problem, okay? But I feel like the Nine of Swords is indicative or representative, you know what I'm saying, of how much you truly have given in your own mental and emotional, like, fortitude. Like, you've exhausted your mind on thinking over this and thinking on this, and you not finna be doing that just flippantly, which could be contributing to why you're cutting ties from this in the first place, is because you take that being taken for granted. I have given so there was this one time, right? And for those of you, 13:44 on the clock, for those of you who are still here, right? If you've actually gotten to this point in the video and you give a crap enough, right? There was a relationship where we tried over and over and over again. And I had made it to the point where I was no longer invested in trying over and over again. And I don't want to invest. I don't want to pretend to invest in myself. Again, that goes back to that manipulation. I don't like it. So, it wasn't until the final time that I had engaged in the attempt to get this in a good place, that the statement was made to me, I'm gonna finally try this time. And that blew the fuck out of me, because I'm like, you weren't the other times? You know what I mean? Like, excuse me? So, like, I said that to say that if you never gave me, in the attempts of me trying to get this to a healthy place, or a place where we both feel fulfilled. If you were never really in it, right? And I was, that means that all the things and times that I really exhausted myself with the efforts that I was contributing, it were being taken for granted. Because I'm really trying and you're not really trying. So all of my tries were in vain. And that's what this puts me in the mindset of, that the efforts that you put forth, you found out that they were never going to meet you to that same capacity. And it makes you feel like all the times you really gave it your all, it was pointless. Some of you could also feel like all this effort I gave into this job, and I'm seeing that I've been told multiple times that, okay, yeah, we're going to move you up, we're going to move you here, we're going to secure you there. And then I'm seeing all these movements and shifts with others around me, but it's not connecting with me. Things are coming full circle for me. I'm always being told, okay, it's in motion, but the motion ain't bringing nothing, right? When it comes to family, some family never says I'm sorry, but let's say it's those family that they present as though, oh, you know what, you told me, and now these changes are gonna happen, and I'm gonna do better in this regard. But it never actually, it's more so that you feel, you don't even really believe it. You're more so attached to the history, the longevity. Because you're not actually connected to their words and you believing them. You're more so connected to the longevity from the start to now. Which is you, again. That's why the Eight of Cups was there. You're realizing that these are not cups that will be present in my future. These are not pentacles that I will continue to multiply here in my future. I really think you are done. Some of y'all maybe, this is really long and I'm sorry. Hopefully y'all watch it. But I really think that you guys also are considering seeking a clinician, a therapist, something where you feel supported in this new move towards this, I don't know, this leap of faith, minus the Fool card, but you know, yeah, it makes you feel secure, and you're looking for a mentorship or like a support system, somebody you can trust and offers you an equilibrium, you know, a balance. All right, Capricorn, this was your reading. If it resonated, please let me know in the comment section. Hopefully you guys watched the majority or the full extent of it to get the full message. I don't even know if I said this is eebtarot, 2 E's and a B tarot. I usually say that at the start of my video, and I don't think I said it this time. But if it resonated, let me know. Subscribe. Until next reading, be well, be blessed.